Go ahead and get your hands up in the queue, and we'll call on you. First up, Soichi Terada, Kansas City Star. Go ahead, Soichi.
And it's, I guess, just what have the first few games been like going up against, Bama and Tennessee and ranked opponents, and just kind of the atmosphere and speed of SEC football?
It's been a real big transition because, I'm a freshman coming in playing with, much older guys and they're much experience, and some of them are on their way to the next level. So the game speeds up just a little bit. People are a little bigger, but I played in Texas football, it's not that far off.
Next up is Mitch 40, Power Mizzou.
And it's obviously, you've gone up against some good receivers so far, especially with Alabama. How do you assess your performance so far, and how much, does that help you at all, just giving confidence going forward that if you can, guard Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith, that you can kind of hang with anybody?
Absolutely. Knowing those guys, like I said, going to the next level, and they're really good football players because I grew up watching them. When I matched up against them, I think I played a pretty good game. Like I said, I'm just getting my feet wet. So you get your feet wet versus the best, and you can actually hang in there. My confidence level shot up a whole lot more, and I feel like I belong here, like I belong in the SEC, and that's going to help me throughout my career.
Dave Matters, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Hey, Ennis, back when you first signed and we all saw Coach Drink's reaction, did that put pressure on you, or how did you kind of respond to that to see how excited the staff was to have you on board?
When Coach Drink had their reaction, it was a good feeling to me, but as I going in, everybody around the world seen that because it blew up. So I knew there was going to be like a burden on my back, like, why these coaches doing that for this 3-star commit? But also, they just fueled me because how everybody looked at that. Some people took it in a negative way and some people took it in a positive way. But for the people that took it in a negative way, it just helped me out in my life because if somebody be negative to me, it just give me a chip on my shoulder and push me to be even better.
Andrew Kaufman, KMIZ. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Ennis, just curious, what was it about Mizzou that sold you that this is the place that you wanted to go? Because you had offers from lots of different schools.
What set it for me, it was like Mizzou really has potential. We just gotta know how to put it together, how to accept each other as a brotherhood. But I looked at it, I didn't want to go to no big school because of the name. I didn't want to just ride the bench at a big school and get a ring. I wanted to contribute and like play and win games. And I feel like this program, when we get everything settled, like, cause it's the new zoo, when we get everything settled, the program will get rolling. But like when a new coach come in, it's gonna be a little rough stage, rocky stage. But that's how my high school was, and then now my high school is one of the best. So that's how I really wanted to come into college.
Jack Stovall from the Man-Eater. Go ahead, Jack.
Hey, Ennis, the first play of your collegiate career ended in a pass breakup against Jalen Waddle. How are you feeling after you made that play, and did that give you a confidence boost going forward?
Well, that play right there was, I obviously took an OV to the school, and I was pretty much committed to the school under the table. So when I did a pass breakup versus them, by them knowing me and I'm knowing them, it's a confidently like I can play against y'all. I didn't have to be on y'all team, but it did give me confidence about the game because that really set the tone that first play. My little butterflies out, and then I just played ball after that.
Colin O'Brien, Jefferson, Michigan.
Hey, Ennis, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good. You mentioned the words, potential and building process, and Martez said the message around the locker room has just kind of been win at all costs. What do you think you guys need to do better on the defensive end to change those L's into W's?
Honestly, we beat ourselves when we watch the film. We get in plays by busted coverages or missed assignments, lack of communication. But that happens when you're on a new team, like new coaching staff, new players. So, we just got to get a feel for each other. Like I said, it's going to be a little rough stage, but when we get those things settled, we be more disciplined, and we just get hungrier as a team and build our brotherhood, the sky's the limit for the Mizzou.
All right, we'll finish up with these last two that are in the queue. First up, Max Baker. Go ahead, Max.
Hey, Ennis.
I guess they put up a billboard with you on it, right, in Duncanville. That's right, right? Yeah. Has like that sort of like, I guess, recruitment pitch like sort of made Mizzou like a more known in your area? I know like Texas is a school, Mizzou's kind of, you know, is a state Mizzou's sort of targeted. Is that like a place that like Mizzou's sort of becoming more of a known, you know, thing because of that and the recruiting efforts they're doing down there?
Absolutely. That was a real big statement, especially like how my recruitment went. I went from a kid that didn't know if he was gonna play in a Power 5 school to at the end getting recruited by everybody and being the biggest topic for quite some time. So everybody started taking notice of that. Kids, like, they look up to me that play football. They always ask me, why you choose Mizzou? I chose Mizzou. Like, the billboard wasn't why I chose Mizzou. And it's not what made it big in Texas. It's because I took a chance. It was a chance, like, to come here because I already knew the reaction of people. But I really didn't care. I felt like the brotherhood was there for me. When I got here, I felt like it was home. The coaching staff was there for me. Like, even with my recruitment, I can call my coach. I can call Coach David Gill. I can call any of the coaching staff, and they'll still try to help me, you know, like with other schools. It wasn't nothing, like, shady. Like, you got to come to this school. They just see a young man with dreams and goals, a good young man trying to make it. So when that right there, that feeling just sealed it for me because, like I said, like, it's about a family thing. Like, if this family get going and this family be great, then this team and this environment go build even more off each other. And we're going to be a real big hometown college team. But yeah, pretty much now everybody know about that because everybody kind of look up to me. And the DFW area, Dallas area, I get texts every day telling me, like, can you get Mizzou to look at me? Like, you my big brother. You inspire me, this, that. But I always tell them, like, you don't got to go to the biggest school to make your name. You don't got to do all that. Go where you welcome, go where you feel home, go where your mama and your parents comfortable with you being there for the next 3 to 4 years of life.
And we'll finish up with Eric Blum. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Ennis, apologies for asking about this in advance, but I know you were part of that state title game with North Shore, your last game in high school. Just how you mentioned a chip on your shoulder too. How much did that game kind of make you want to prove something in college? Because Stacy said something very similar to that as well.
Well, that loss right there wasn't like, that was unfortunate for me. But I feel like if we would have won that game, my drive wouldn't be like the same. Like, I wouldn't have no chip on my shoulder. Like, that game, that play, it put me in a bad state of my mind, knowing like we lost to a Hail Mary, and it ate me up every day. So instead of just being down about it, you know, wanting to quit, because, you know, that's what a lot of people would want to do after losing to a state final by a Hail Mary. But I just kept putting in the work, kept putting in a chip on my shoulder. My mama always told me, like, keep that chip on your shoulder. It's going to make you better in the long run. And that's what it did for me. Like, me and Stacey, we talk about it a lot now. And that's just my passion. That's my drive. Like, that play right there has put me on a whole different mindset. My mindset has changed in a positive way. And, like, I know I don't take stuff for granted no more. You know, like, I always play the game to the last snap. Because, like, it was 3 seconds. You know, most people think the game over with. I obviously thought the game over with. But now I know we got to wait till the clock be 0-0. So no matter what the score is from a game, when I get to college, we can always come back. It's always a chance until the horn blow. It's a chance.
All right. That'll do it, friends. Thank you very much.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for that time.